very first season on the show, I actually was a pro. So I had a celebrity partner my very first season, which was not natural. They usually bring people on troupe and have you kind of be a background dancer for a little bit.
Sure.
But I'm 18, they made me a pro, gave me a celebrity partner. Then I got the boot down to backup dancer for 4 seasons after that.
Wow.
Then got right up to pro. Yeah. But that
Who was your pro that first time?
My celebrity.
No, your celebrity.
Victor Ortiz. He was a boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty tough. Not a great dancer, difficult personality. So we had a hard time, but he made it about halfway through the competition, which was like really good considering.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I think I wasn't ready. I just was not ready. I hadn't even been on the show ever to know kind of how things work. Sure. I wasn't ready. So in hindsight, it's the best thing that happened to me that I went back down to being a background dancer or went down to being a background dancer. But as an 18-year-old, that was tough. Like that's a tough blow because you're basically getting a demotion. Like it would have been so much easier if I started there and then got up, but to start here, go down and then get back up. So that was definitely, honestly, that was probably one of the like hardest parts of my career was that kind of like that time period of just getting the demotion per se, even though that's still such an incredible job. Like,
sure,
it's an amazing job. And it was the best thing for me because it really propelled me into being ready for the time that they asked me to come back up as a professional.
Yeah, but when you think about your entire life up until that point, it's literally just like a rocket ship trajectory. Like everything as you're going your way. We already talked about the awards you've won, top 10 in like the world and everything. And then you're the youngest pro, and then you get booted down. And I know now looking back on it, you're grateful for it. And at that time, it was one of the lowest lows you had. But how does Dancing with the Stars explain that to you? Like, how do they justify you got to go back down? Like, what do they say?
Oh, they don't. They don't.
They're just like, oh, you're going to be a group.
Yeah, they don't. They just don't. Because here's the thing is they know that if I were to like, I mean, they just don't. They're like, this is what you're doing. And if you don't want to do it, guess what?
There's a million people that want to do it, right?
Exactly. And I get that. Like in my mind, I'm sitting there bummed. But at the same time, I'm like, there are so many people who would kill to be in my position. So don't take this for granted. But I mean, that's my mature brain saying that now. When I was 18 years old, it was a lot harder for me to understand. But yeah, it's not really a conversation. Let us explain to you how we make the decisions here. This is our decision. You do what you want with it. So There wasn't really any justification. I mean, in hindsight, I know it was just because I wasn't quite ready. I think I needed more time to mature, first of all, and to really like find out who I was as a like entertainer, if that makes sense. I mean, you really have to come into your own and kind of figure out who you are as a person, because that's not unfortunately, but that's a thing. You have to find your like entertainment personality.